believe the fact that that brand new Monstera Thai Constellation leaf is already 2 feet long? And to think, just 2 weeks ago, it was still unfurling as a little baby leaf. So, how did I get my Thai Constellation to balloon in size like this? And how can you do the same? Well, about to explain right now. Buenos dias, everybody! You guys are probably like, what is going on with these languages? I'm going to explain more about that in a second, but first, we need to repot this monster-sized Monstera Thai Constellation. So let's go do that over there, where the Monstera Thai Constellation lives, of course, in Monstera Manor. Woo! It's just a corner in my living room. So, yeah. You may not have been able to see it from that angle over there, how massive this plant is, until I turn it and bring it over hither. Yeah, so look at that latest leaf. Isn't that bananas? Like B-A-N-A-N-A-S? Bananas? I need to tell you guys, though, she wasn't always this big. No, sir, she was not. She was a small little girl when I first got her. But now she has gotten, she's gotten a little mature in her age, and so we have to do a repotting. Oh, man, but yeah, this baby has ballooned in size since I first got it back in December of last year, that year being the 2023. So I got it in December of 2023 because it was like my Christmas gift to myself, because I'm one of those people who gets themselves Christmas gifts because, nobody else does. So I got this at a local plant shop just north of Denver, Colorado, here in the United States of America. And I found this baby. She was $90 at the time. Now, mind you, this was before all of the big name brand places like the Costco's and all these other distributors starting to sell them for like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 bucks. So I got like a 3-leaf, not huge leaves, but 3-leaf plant for $90, which at the time, that plant probably would have went for like $250. So it was a great deal, all right? So bring it back home, and yep, here we are, December of 2023. And then as time goes on, as it tends to do, they say, this plant just continued to grow larger and larger and larger. Each new leaf that it popped out just was spectacular to see. Its latest leaf, mind you, is this guy here. And as I was mentioning earlier, it is already 2 feet long. Actually 24.5 inches if we're being exact. But this baby, I'll tell you what, it started unfurling on this picture, which was taken September 9th. Then the next day, September 10th, 11th, 12th. Look at how rapidly this plant grew. And you know that indoors, this plant can really thrive in terms of its size. You can get up to 4-foot long leaves. In nature, though, they can get up to like 10 feet long. It's really insane. Note for those of you who are observant, it went from like nighttime to daytime. There's a reason for that. My microphone started to die when I was recording, and then I looked at the clock and saw it was 12:30 in the morning, because I don't really get any time to do plant chores during the day because I'm working and just busy. So here we are, next day. But I want to tell you something else about this plant that's really interesting, is the fact that we need to repot it. Yes, that is interesting. It's interesting because take a look right there. You see that is one of its aerial roots that is climbing on the ground, but it has gone off the pot, which means that we do need to repot this and put it in a bigger size pot, because I want to see it continue to grow. Now, you can have this plant grow or climb, doesn't really matter. But you know what? Lighting, because of the sun, the sun is making it difficult. So why don't we just switch angles to over there? Is that better? I don't know, but we'll move the plant around this way. I just figured because the light's coming in this way, might as well use it to our advantage. So yes, This is interesting and a very interesting plant. If you didn't already know this about the Monstera Thai Constellation, a little fun fact for you. It's kind of a misleading name because it doesn't come from Thailand. It actually is a mutation of the Monstera deliciosa, which grows in Central and South America. So the only reasoning why it's probably called a Thai constellation is because very popular in the Thailand markets. So there you go. But I'll tell you what, even though this leaf hither unfurled really quickly, I mean, like within, what was it, less 2 weeks' time, got this big from being like 5 inches to 24 inches. This plant is a slow grower. I kid you not. Like, I mean, if you're lucky, I've been getting a leaf maybe once every 2 months. On average, it's about once every 4 weeks, every month, to about every 3 months, depending on the conditions inside your home. But once it does start growing, oh my gosh, it's just pretty fast. I mean, the leaves the least. So I don't know when the next time a new leaf will come out, but this one's quite the beauty. Does need the repotting and the soil's dry, so it's a perfect environment and perfect time to do it. So I'm curious in the comments below how many of you have Monstera Thai constellations, and also how large is yours? Do you have it climbing? Do you have it crawling? I want to know. So I'm curious about it as well. Oh, I do have a little baby Thai constellation too. This is when they started selling them at like grocery stores for super cheap here in America. And yeah, it's got that was his first leaf with a why am I struggling on the name of the fenestration? There we go, fenestration in it. It's got a new leaf coming out. I'm actually going to put it over here. Baby Monstera has been moved, and I have my scalpel to get everything out of here. So yeah, I was asking you guys if you have Monstera Thai constellations, and what's interesting about this plant is also the fact that I was mentioning how this is, I believe, yeah, this will be the third time that I have had to repot this plant because it has just continued to grow larger and larger and larger. But I mean, I'm not going to complain because look at that new leaf. I mean, the fact that each new leaf continues to get more and more beautiful is just absolutely insane. The thing that I really love about Monstera Thai Constellation also is the fact that each leaf is completely different when it comes out. It won't have that same pattern, that variegated pattern. It'll look completely different. Sometimes you'll actually get leaves that are just completely green, but it's not like the plant's reverting, you know? Okay, so now we're ready to repot. What we're going to do is I'm going to move this baby back some more. And we are going to take some chunky AROID soil mix, which I love using. I've told you guys about this before. Chunky AROID soil mix, a nice blend of soil. You've got some perlite, you got some orchid bark, some cocoa coir nuggets in there, activated charcoal. It just has everything, just to like quote Stefan, you know? And so another thing here with the Monstera Thai Constellation and Monstera as a genus in general, they, even though like most Monstera grow pretty quickly, right? I mean, we all know that. But like the Deliciosa, for example. But when it comes to the Thai Constellation, like I said, it is a slow grower. But one thing that's not slow that grows with it is its root system. In fact, this kind of rings true for most Monstera species, is their root system grows really large quickly. And also on top of that, it's a really thick root system as well. And they do grow out those aerial roots. I mean, if you're ever climbing, those aerial roots will attach onto a tree or a moss pole. But like I said, I have mine climbing, or crawling rather. And so you can see where it has its aerial roots kind of latch into the ground. And I like to cover them up with soil when new ones come out, at least like really heavy breathable soil, you know. And I've noticed that that really kind of helps generate growth even more because those roots are covered, they're getting moisture, and quite frankly, guys, they are loving it. They're loving it. And what's interesting too is that not only do monsteras grow like super big and large roots quickly, but guys, they grow larger and thicker than most other Araceae species, like more so than your philodendron, more so than your epiprenum, your pothos, your syndapsis. And I'm really curious to see how thick and big this guy's roots are, or gal, because it's just been growing like crazy. And the last time I repotted it was at the beginning of summer, which was in June. And I normally would want to let this baby go, you know, up until, let's say, next growing season. But the fact of the matter is, guys, is that I need to do this now because it is coming off of the side over here. So that is the urgency, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I've also been like neglecting giving this plant water for like the last week, which you don't want to do. Unlike a lot of Monstera, this species in particular likes its care pattern, which is, you know, watering once it gets dry, humidity, bright and direct light, and when you fail to give it what it wants, you will notice that its leaves start to brown. I've got a couple on here still doing that, so that's where we're at. See if I can loosen this up maybe just a little bit more. Here we. Oh no! I don't want to cut it. Its roots. I think maybe we're making some progress here. I don't want to like disrupt it too much, and I also have to, you know, kind of try to pinch these aerial roots off of. Okay, good. They haven't latched on yet. That's a good thing. So I'm gonna try to do. I like how I have like this little mat, and it's really gonna do nothing. I'm gonna have to sleep afterwards. Whatever. Tis what it is, right, guys? Why won't you just lift up out of here? Be the good plant I know you are. You can do this. Oof, yeah, I can definitely tell that this really needed a solid repotting, because when I like carve around the sides, I can see roots that are just kind of like thinking. And also, there was part of me initially that was like, well, Kevin, this would be a really great opportunity to take a cutting of this plant. And also, if you guys didn't know, because, you know, like regular Monsteras are so simple to grab cuttings from, but the Thai Constellation is trickier because the internodal spacing between its aerial roots is so much tighter. Take a look at that, and you'll see that it's not like you really have to be precise with your cuttings in order to make this happen. Okay, I'm just going to take some of this soil out, put it in the new pot. And, you know, while I'm doing this, I'm also going to share a story, because a lot of you guys have been noticing that I had like a couple videos that I published that were translated into Hindi. Namaste sabhi ko. Mujhe umeed hai ki aap sabhi bahut with an AI, a voice generator. And you're probably wondering, like, you know, if you didn't know why, like, why, Kevin? Why are all of a sudden you talking in Hindi and producing episodes in Hindi? Well, I was a TV news journalist, a 12-time Emmy Award-winning journalist for 17 years, and working in TV news, you get to understand the audience. And when you create content, it's important to really think of the audience. I mean, the audience comes before everything else, right? I mean, you want to show them and give them what they want, and I want to make sure that people who are watching me have access to my content in the easiest way possible, that they can understand and that they can enjoy, because that's my goal with this channel. And I look at my data analytics that YouTube provides me with on a daily basis, and what was interesting is I found that a majority of my viewers now are coming from India. I kid you not, like 40% of them compared to 50%, or I'm sorry, compared to 30 or 32% of America. And so I'm like, come on, America, what's up? But you know what? To my viewers in India, I say namaste and thank you. America can learn a lot from you and your kindness. And it's interesting because that only started happening over the last 28 days. Prior to that, American audience was still number one for me. Then India, followed by, I believe, like Canada, the UK, and Australia. So that explains the language thing. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what's the best method of going about that as I'm trying to like put pressure on this to get out as any possible way. Oh, I can see why. There's a really big, thick aerial root in the front. What's interesting about this plant too, guys, when I was mentioning how it gets thicker roots, part of that is the fact that Monstera roots on the sides, they grow like almost like trunks. Like they have like a wooden side, which is kind of crazy but cool. And so I think we're almost there. We got it. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. This baby needed definitely a good repotting. That's what I was talking about with that big, thick root in the front. But look at how many of them there are, man. Okay, so now we're going to take this over here and transition it. Oh, it's the same color pot. I didn't even realize that. I get excited over the simplest things. It's so silly. Okay, so just want to loosen this up a bit so they can start crawling around and see there's more space. Wow. I mean, look at those roots. I mean, I'm not kidding you when I say those are thick roots, you know? Okay. Wow. This is what I love about repotting some of my favorite plants, or plants in general, is just getting to feel like the plant. I mean, it's like you're connecting with it in a different way, and I love that. Okay, yes, that is exactly the size I wanted it to be. That's perfect, because it gives it way more room to climb around on the sides. So now, my friends, what we do is we're going to fill in the rest of the sides with that chunky AROID soil mix. This stuff is exactly what monsteras love so much. They want to marry it. I don't know if they do. I'm just being silly. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour in around. Actually, I need to mix in a little bit more Mother Earth, regular soil, so I have enough to fill up around this whole plant. And you should be. It's funny, like having that gigantic window over there. It's like people are constantly looking in to see like the plants and stuff, and so they always catch me off guard. Okay, so yeah, basically what we're going to do is simply, we're just going to simply, guys, take this baby, and we are going to pot her. I'll put some more soil around the sides. I feel like, yeah, that should be like that. Okay. Now, what you're doing there, what I'm doing there, I should say, is just kind of like sprinkling around to make sure that it fills up all of those loose ends and all that jazz. Good, I get to bury that new aerial root. And the thing is, like when I bury those other aerial roots, like you guys saw, it's interesting because those were the ones I noticed that turned into really like super long, thick roots when I just went to go repot it and show you guys. So yeah. Yay. Wow. Okay, just gonna pat it down like that, make sure it's nice and secure in its new home and that it's all good to go. But yeah, there we go. Look at that, guys. We finally did it. I mean, I've been putting this off for, gosh, I don't even know, a month and a half, 2 months. But there you go. There is my Monstera Thai Constellation. And I gotta say, I really appreciate you guys, no matter where in the world you're watching, checking out my planty content. Please, for more of it, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see more interesting videos like this. Oh, and by the way, if you are interested in the Monstera Thai Constellation, you should really watch this video that I just did on really cool care tips that'll also help you get the leaves to balloon in size.